So in this video, we are going to be taking a look at this art commentary YouTuber called Mushroom Girl. So if you don't know what she did, she was defending this thing called pro-shipping, which is the belief that any art is okay, no matter if it depicts things such as rape, pedophilia, incest, or so on, as long as it's fictional. Which, this argument is wrong in just so many ways. Things such as lolicon should not be viewed as okay in any kind of way whatsoever because it's just fucking disgusting, and it doesn't really matter if it's fictional. You are still looking at images of children. You are still looking at images that depict rape and romanticize such subjects. And it's just fucking disgusting. So let's jump in, shall we?
A pro-shipper is a person who believes that all fictional ship pairings are valid regardless if they portray themes that are seen as taboo by the general public, and by fandom spaces such as abuse, rape, pedophilia, or incest. Pro-shippers do not necessarily need to enjoy this taboo content themselves.
Yes, but defending such art is still wrong on just so many levels. It's still gross, and it should not be defended by anyone. Like, why the fuck are you defending it? It's just gross, and it doesn't really matter if it's not real, right? Like, it's still fucking disgusting, and anyone who makes such art or consumes such art should be viewed as a fucking freak.
But despite that, they believe that this content has the right to exist, and people who create that content should not be harassed or even face legal repercussions for what they create.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to disagree with you. I feel like people should be, viewed as fucking freaks on the internet if they do consume that type of art, because objectively, you are a fucking freak. If you make or consume art such as lolly, or art that romanticizes subjects such as pedophilia, rape, incest, so on, you are fucking disgusting, and you should be viewed as a freak.
Oh, what do I think about pro-shippers? Well, I refer to myself as pro-fic, so that should tell you everything you need to know. I 100% agree with the general mindset that pro-shippers believe in. Fiction is fiction, and as long as it stays completely fictional, there's no harm being done by creating fictional works with taboo themes.
It doesn't fucking matter if the art is fictional or not. It doesn't matter if there's no real victim in it. The art is still fucking disgusting, and if you create or consume such art, you should still be viewed as a fucking freak, okay? Now, I do get that. Yeah, art such as lolly is nowhere near as bad as actual child porn where there is a real victim, but you are still a freak either way. You are still a freak if you consume either of them. Yes, one is objectively worse than the other, but they're still both fucking horrible.
Anti-shippers have created sort of a straw man of pro-ship beliefs in order to make their arguments sound more understandable. The definition has been heavily rewritten by antis to basically mean people who fetishize pedophilia and incest.
No one is changing the definition of shit. You quite literally said that you don't think it matters what is depicted in art as long as it's fictional. And yes, maybe you are not fetishizing pedophilia, rape, and incest, but you are still defending people that are. And even if there are people who are changing the definition of pro-shipping, your definition of pro-shipping, even the unchanged definition that is your definition, still sounds pretty fucking bad.
Since anti-shippers usually believe that liking a problematic pairing in media, especially for some kind of sexual purpose, means that you would also find it attractive in real life as well.
Well, even if you wouldn't do that shit in real life, it doesn't mean you're not a sick and twisted person, because if you consume lolicon, you are a fucking sick and twisted person. You're a fucking pedophile. Objectively. You cannot tell me people who look at pornographic art of children are not pedophiles. You cannot fucking tell me that shit, okay? You cannot tell me that they are not pedophiles. If you look at sexual art of children, you are a pedophile. If you look at art that depicts rape or incest, you are a fucking freak. You are a fucking sick and twisted individual who belongs in a mental hospital.
They are literally rewriting the definition to make it as easy to call pro-shippers pedophilic, abusive, family-fucking rapists as possible.
I'm pretty sure the main argument is that pro-shippers defend that stuff. I don't think a lot of people say that they are that stuff, but you sure as hell are defending art that depicts that stuff. Now, maybe you're not defending that shit in real life, which I get. I get you're not defending that shit in real life, but you are still defending art of it, which is still fucking horrible, and that shit should not be defended whatsoever. I don't care, oh, well, it's fictional. I don't care if it's fictional. It's still fucking disgusting, and that shit should not be defended in really any way whatsoever, okay? If you look at that shit or you create that shit, you are just a freak, and you are kind of just a fucking sick and twisted and kind of disgusting person, if you ask me.
Again, I don't think I need to spell it out for you why that's an issue. If pro-shippers really were so immoral, why would antis feel the need to change the definition based on what they see fit?
Like I already said, Mushroom Girl, even if there are some people that are changing the definition of it, your definition still sounds fucking horrible. You are still defending people's sick and twisted and disgusting fetishes.
Many anti-shippers also make such lovely arguments about pro-shipping and the harm it does, so let's discuss some of those now.
If young impressionable children see content that's romanticizing pedophilia, incest, and abuse, they might think those behaviors are okay in real life.
I agree with this statement at face value, though there's one simple solution to this. Don't let this content get into the hands of people who are too young to properly differentiate fiction from reality.
Well, here's the thing, Mushroom Girl. This isn't just like a violent video game where just kids shouldn't be looking at, and it's fine if adults do. This is something that really no one should be looking at. This feeds into people's sick and twisted fetishes. Yes, it's even worse if kids see it, but this is something that really no one should be looking at or creating.
Trying to make here is that anti-shippers usually only throw a fit about dark media when it's sexual or romantic, which is a really weird specificity to have, but it's most likely based on moronic anti-kink and anti-porn beliefs.
Okay, retard, you do realize someone does not have to be anti-porn to think that lolicon is fucking disgusting, right? You do realize that. I've seen plenty of leftists say that lolicon is fucking disgusting, and a lot of leftists don't tend to be anti-porn.
By its very definition.
Lolicon is illegal, so it must be morally wrong.
Are we really going to argue that the legality of certain actions dictates the morality of them? Really? Is that really where we're going here?
Well, yes, I do genuinely agree with the fact that legality doesn't always equal morality, but either way, lolicon is still fucking disgusting because it still depicts children in a sexual manner. Believe it or not, lolicon and shotacon still depicts children in a sexual manner, which is just objectively fucking disgusting. Okay, I know you can't get that shit through your thick skull because you have the idea that, oh, it's fictional, so it's okay. You have that shit so ingrained into your head, but guess what? It's still fucking disgusting.
First of all, what laws are we talking about here? Each country has its own laws that differ from each other, and I am very sure that you could find somewhere in the world that does not have any kind of law against lolicon. Saying that legality equals morality makes no sense because laws from different places contradict each other. Oh, you mean US laws. Now I'm getting it. You're all chronically American. I'm fucking sorry, but I didn't know the Earth was just one giant United States. Basing universal morality off of US laws has the implication that the US is somehow like the pinnacle of morality or something, because why the hell else would we specifically be using US laws?
Well, you do realize even in countries where it is legal, it's still pretty heavily frowned upon there, such as Japan. Lolicon is legal there, but it is still pretty frowned upon there, and it's still pretty controversial there.
Make the claim that it is objectively immoral or harmful to people in real life. A more miscellaneous point I want to discuss is the weird correlation between anti-shippers and racism. Because this claim is so bizarre at a first glance, I tried extremely hard to find good evidence of this.
Racism? Are you actually trying to pull the race card right now? You're trying to pull the fucking race card? Yeah, no, you are fucking retarded. You are 100% retarded. You are retarded with a capital R, okay? You are just fucking retarded. And you even know that this statement sounds fucking bizarre, and you even said, well, I had to find some good evidence, which, Which I'm guessing you did find some evidence, but I'm gonna guess, you being you and the points you've made before, that it's fucking bullshit and that it's fucking horrible, but I guess let's see it.
Anti-ship community seems to have a large problem with racism, specifically towards East Asians and to a lesser extent Hispanics and Black people. Keep in mind, this is in no way me saying that being an anti-shipper makes you racist or that all anti-shippers are racist. This is mostly just me showing the correlation between racism and anti-shippers and why I believe this to be the case. I don't really have much to say about the anti-Black and anti-Hispanic racism, as I don't really have much of an idea about why specifically anti-shippers are treating those groups poorly other than their own shitty biases, but I do have an idea about why they treat East Asians poorly, specifically Japanese people. My view on it is that Japanese media seems to be viewed by anti-shippers as inherently perverted.
Yeah, so you're trying to use the fact that some of them are racist against Japanese people as leverage against them. And you say you're not, but why the fuck would you be bringing it up if you're not? Like, you're trying to say, oh, well, I don't think that being an anti-shipper necessarily makes you racist, but a lot of them do happen to be racist and all that, which... then why are you bringing it up? I don't know. I don't really know what to say here. I think your argument is still fucking stupid, though. Anyways, I'm gonna end the video off here. This video was fucking horrible, okay? And Mushroom Girl, if you're somehow watching this, please find Jesus, okay? Please find Jesus, okay? I guarantee you he will make your life a lot better. And yeah, I'm going to end off the video here. If you enjoyed the video, I'd appreciate it if you would leave a like and subscribe. I have my Discord and Twitter linked in the description, so if you want to look at those, I guess feel free to do so. Bye.